Okay, so we're going to talk about the goblet squat, which is a really great progression. So when you master the body weight squat, if you want to go to the barbell squat, this is a great progression because of how the load is placed. So it's actually keeping safe. By having the load on place here, you've got like, it helps with to keep your torso and the spine in a neutral position. And also is one of the most friendly depth squat exercise that you can do because the load is not too much. So you can actually play around let's say, go deeper. So you should definitely reach the 90 degrees. So when the thighs are parallel to the floor. But if you can go deeper, feel free to do that. Obviously, you need to maintain the neutral spine. So what you're going to do is feet, shoulders width apart or just a bit wider. Toes slightly pointing outwards. So I want to grab my kettlebell, or you can use the dumbbell. I'm going to show that later. So I want to keep the weight underneath my chin, elbows tucked in. You've got your option here, whether to keep the weight on your torso, if you want to sort of focus on the posterior chain, let's say, so the back side, or you want to keep it afloat, so if you want to engage a bit more also the core and the upper back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, so obviously chest up, I want to keep my back engaged, then I go down, slowly down, and I get my elbows. You can see that they are, between my knees. So I need to make sure I got that nice space so my elbows can actually sit into it and reside into it. So I'm going to show that from the side. As you can see, the hips and the torso are actually lifting at the same rate. Okay, what I don't want to see is the hips shooting backwards. This is not correct because you're not putting and engaging, the tension on the right muscle. So this is the movement I want to do. You can see my hips and the torso are raising at the same rate. Okay, I want to keep that nice tension in the glutes and the hamstring in the entire time. Okay, and not let the knees swing too much around. So I want to also keep my feet nice and stable. So like I'm grasping the floor before I'm actually pushing out, pushing back up. I want to grasp that floor just to make sure I keep the nice stability. And chest up, back engaged. Squeeze those glutes at the bottom as well. Bottom at the top. You should squeeze the glutes the entire time. But obviously, by the time you get on top, you get that nice squeeze, which makes a difference. And one version is you can whether use the kettlebell or a dumbbell, and obviously I've got the palm of my hands placed on the head of the dumbbell, as you can see. Same concept, you can keep it afloat for more upper body engagement or place on your torso if you want to focus on the posterior side. If you want to engage the quads even more, feel free to grab a plate and do like a heel raised goblet squat. I can tell this is really firing up. This is going to fire up your quads.